What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today we'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for strategy B with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. Here we have the daily chart for MSTR, and today, let's just keep it simple. It was basically a neutral day. This is a doji candlestick. It's an inside bar. Today's trading range is inside the prior day's trading range. You can see that price went to the 316 level and also went to the 324 level, but closed at the higher end of the day. But overall, you see that it's a very neutral looking bar. It doesn't really show strong direction for the bulls or strong direction for the bears. And why are we seeing this? I think the main reason is because we're right at a inflection point. We're below the previous support where we can continue trending down lower. As you can see here, we can find resistance and continue trend down lower. At the same time, we did see strong momentum develop from the low 300s, high 290s, and that may continue moving up higher. So traders are probably waiting and not waiting for an opportunity to see what happens. They are not really sure which direction the price is wanting to go. Overall, the trend is still long-term down. Price is still making higher highs, lower lows, lower highs. So that is something to keep in mind. But in the near term, there is a strong little bounce here. Overall, it's still bearish territory. For example, let's say you go into a dangerous city's neighborhood. Are you still in a safe place? Or overall, are you still in a very dangerous place? Same thing for the chart. Even though we're seeing a slight move up higher, the overall trend is still down. So this would be, similar to saying the neighborhood is safe, but the whole city is dangerous. So that's what this means. Yes, we're seeing slight bullish price action, but overall the context is still down. Looks like we're coming back up to the prior breakout zone and testing it for resistance, 327. Same level we tested back over here at 360. It was prior support turned into resistance. 327 could be prior support turning to resistance as well. So we need to see a decisive break above the 320s, entering the 330s for this to be sustainable and looking like it wants to continue moving up higher. If not, we can just back test the resistance levels and then sell off. We also have this upper sloping trend line from this swing to this swing. We could back test that for resistance and sell off. We're below the dominant technical pattern. It's a downward sloping trend line. We're back testing the prior support turning to resistance. So overall, it's not in a good place. But again, traders are not sure what's going to go on, so they're probably waiting to figure out what is most likely to happen. It's easy to say we're going to see a bounce at 290 because it was extreme overextension, and now we're back at not overextension levels. So now bulls are not really sure if we're going to continue higher or bears are going to come back in the market, take control, and then drive the price down. So we'll see what happens in the near term. But that's basically what happened today. It's a neutral day. Traders are still figuring out what's the best course of action to take from the recent price action. Looking at Bitcoin's chart, Bitcoin is basically a neutral day as well. We did see a huge swing up and down, mostly down all the way to the 12,880 level, but bulls were able to recover that. So this candlestick still has a few more hours left in the day, several hours left actually, to close in the green. So this could be a very bullish looking candle, and we could see momentum build up higher. If we look for a measure move up, it could be one leg up right here, second leg up, targeting right around the $120,000 level, $119,600 level, and then possibly the $123,000, $124,000 from there. I want to see a decisive break of this downward sloping trend line as well. So Bitcoin looking pretty good so far. Looks like this trend line right here looks like a converging pattern. A downward sloping trend line, an upper sloping trend line. So we're seeing lower highs, higher lows. It's converging, looking like it's trying to break out soon. Hopefully sometime early November. I do not want to see this thing continue to trade sideways up until late October. Early October. I don't want to see this continue to trade up until late October to break out. Because again, bull markets don't last forever, and this has been going up basically since the bottom back here in November of 2022. So that's almost 3 years now of basically going up higher, which is a long time for generally a bull market. So I don't think this is going to always continue to run up higher. But that doesn't mean we're going to also crash lower. We could always just continue to trade sideways, let the market reset, and then, move up higher. So we don't have to see a huge drawdown as a regular bear market. We can just see price continue to trade sideways, like over here, it traded sideways for quite a bit of time. This was several months before it moved up higher. So we could just see one of those again, just in a magnified version. So Bitcoin, hanging in there, looking pretty good as well, looking for higher prices. And then Bitcoin's price divided by MSTR's price still trending up higher, still above the EMA. Slight gain today, slight overperformance against MSTR, slight underperformance for MSTR against Bitcoin. So again, we're back at this prior peak, not really seeing strong rejection, which is typically a sign that we could see a move up higher through this level in the future. It's not guaranteed though, but overall it is still chugging along, trying to move up higher. Let's go back to MSTR's chart. Let's take a look at the weekly to finish up the video. Weekly chart shows that we have been going down since basically mid-July. That's not a good sign. We're basically the same price level as in November of last year, which is not a good sign. So overall, I'd say the context is, like I said, bearish, but there's an opportunity for the bulls to drive up the price here. And then let's take a look at the log scale. Log scale on the weekly. We broke this this primary channel trend line. We're basically right near it. You could drag it down a little bit shallower, but we did break that secondary trend line, which is not a good sign. Typically, you want to see the trend get more and more steeper as it develops. When it starts doing this could be a sign of a potential rollover. Very similar to what happened back over here in 2021. It's a very similar pattern going on the chart. So see what happens. But overall, it looks like it's still tracking towards downside in the long term until we could see a decisive break above the 330s, 340s. I'm always open to changing my mind. Strong beliefs loosely held. Like anything in the market, it's changing by the day. But as right now, I'd say the context is still overall bearish, but there is a short-term opportunity for higher prices. Let's see if the bulls can flip the bears. Be safe, have fun, and do great things.